Ay.
Skyler Gil-Howard.
Told my mama, yeah, we gone, baby girl, I promise. I had to slither through the ghetto like an anaconda. My jump to you, the post to pick it, won't even read the comments. Hey, bro, get shotty on the phone, tell my nigga I just need a line. I'm in the streets every day like them nigga homeless. I'm selling dope, smoking dope, little bitch, I'm homer. I can tell you I ain't eating up until you home. You can see it in me, baby, no, it ain't on. Pouring phones, me, I'm back, I can J's, back to back, in the corner, in the track. I'm my baby, nigga, and you would never get this rich, catch you lazy, nigga. I'm rhyme serving with my switch, I ain't gon' play with niggas phones for like, I'm addicted to this paper, I get pilot to the camera. I got a bad red bitch, I be fucking with no back. Yeah, I tell one, fuck, you won't be fucking ass and back looking at my trunk. This shit be coming, coming, jumping 1,000 phones every month. I just need a woman pass me that mask, mom. Get it off from this odor, I can't let my son see me broke, that nigga getting older. I just got a 4-month fresh off the farm. Brand new ARP, this bitch will hit you from 100 yards. I don't know about you, we go to farthest when it come to ours, baby.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos a las Minuna College. Yo soy Adri Fraguas, vuestro True Freshman, y estamos aquí para otro entrevistón. Vamos a estar hoy con, ya veis, como veis en el título de la inscripción, Skyler Gil-Howard. Una entrevista que acabamos de grabar ahora mismo aquí en la noche española. El chico desde Texas, súper simpático. Y nada, aquí conmigo en las labores de traducción, aunque tuvimos tenéis que ver esta entrevista, tuvimos un incidente porque él se desconectó y a mí me tocó hablar un poco de inglés, o sea que esto fue un espectáculo. ¿Qué tal, Bartu? ¿Cómo estás, tío?
Pues aquí, la verdad, con ganas de que salga la entrevista, cuando salga la entrevista, de escucharla, porque he estado desconectado, no podía entrar, no sé qué me ha pasado, y estoy deseando escucharte hablar inglés con ese acento orensano que debes de tener.
Esto fue un espectáculo, tío. Pero bueno, yo veo que... a ver, yo no digo que fuera ni bien ni mal porque me tengo que ver, porque yo intenté salir del apuro, pero también como la sensación que nos quedó, que no le preguntamos, de que Skyler algo de español yo creo que sabía. Porque
Sí.
yo lo veía como, sí, verdad, venía que estaba escuchándome a mí con más atención, casi como que se... Pero bueno... nada, mira, para no cebar mucho más, os dejamos con la entrevista de Skyler y nos vemos ahora después con la reacción. Bienvenido a las Miruna College, Skyler. Es para nosotros un honor que hayas aceptado la invitación y tenerte en nuestro show en España. Vamos a empezar por el principio. ¿De dónde eres? ¿Dónde creciste? ¿Y cuándo empezaste a jugar a fútbol?
So, Skyler, welcome to Las Mil y Una College. It's an honor for us that you accepted the invitation, and we're thrilled to have you on our show. Let's start from the beginning. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? And when did you start playing football?
Okay. Thank you guys for having me on here. Excited to be on. When did I start playing football? I was 10 years old. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I originally started my career out as a running back. But yeah, I've been playing football since about 9, 10 years old.
Vale. Y nos gustaría ir repasando tu evolución paso a paso. Fuiste a Greenfield High School, donde aparte de ser uno de los capitanes de tu equipo, destacas en lucha libre. ¿Cómo recuerdas tus años en high school y qué impacto tuvo el COVID en tu último año? Bartu, estás muteado.
Perdón, sorry,
Ahora.
I was on mute. So, Skyler, we like to go over your evolution step by step. You went to Greenfield High School, where you were not only one of the team captains, but you also stood out in wrestling. How do you remember your high school years? And what impact did COVID have on your final year?
So high school for me was amazing. I loved every moment of it. Yeah, I was captain of the football team my junior and senior year. Sophomore year, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure, but I can't remember. I started my career. It was amazing. High school was amazing. And with wrestling too, like wrestling was never really something I had like an extreme love in. Just the coaches were always like, if you do wrestling, it'll help with football. You guys got to trust me. So like I went into wrestling hating it. And like I found a love for it, but it wasn't like I loved football, but I still got the job done. I was number 2 in the state my junior senior year, lost to the same guy. He was really good. He at Wisconsin now for the Badgers. But yeah, so with COVID, I had a pretty good years of high school playing linebacker, which was what I was trying to solidify my career as playing linebacker. But when COVID hit, it kind of messed everything up. I was getting like looks from small FCS D1 schools, and after COVID hit, like I kind of lost everything. So then I went to the D2 route, was on a partial, or not even a partial, walked on there, and yeah, COVID really affected me because I think without COVID, maybe I go D1 out of high school. I don't know. Obviously, everything happened for a reason, but COVID affected my career a lot and a lot of people around me. So yeah.
Ujú.
Ujú.
Inicias tu carrera en college en Upper Iowa de División 2 antes de transferirte a New. ¿Cómo recuerdas ese año freshman?
You began your college career at the Upper Iowa Division 2 school, as you said, and before transferring to NIU. How do you remember that freshman year?
So freshman year was a little rocky. With COVID happened, I got a little out of shape. I went in there, I was like 248, trying to play linebacker. I was just too heavy. So like the first few months, I was trying to lose weight, lost the weight, was able to get on special teams, but from there it was still rocky because I was just trying to find my spot on the field to play linebacker, which is what I came there to do. So I got on special teams, was a pretty good special teams player. Things didn't work out there. Never got the chance to step on the field as a linebacker. So I ended up just redshirting. Well, not redshirting. I played my true freshman as special teams the whole year, but that whole semester was rocky for me, and I didn't really enjoy it there at Upper Iowa. I was kind of losing my love for the game, and I talked to one of my mentors, Coach Kubis. He never really coached me, but he was just a mentor that I had, and I told him, I was like, Coach, I can't stay here. So I entered the portal, and that was rocky too. I was most people don't know, I almost didn't get out of the portal. I had to talk with my dad like a week before I got offer at NIU because the portal was about to close. And I was like, Dad, I don't know. I'm not getting any looks from like Division 1 because I had no intentions of going Division 2 or 3. That's just not what I wanted to do because I knew I was meant for more. And then I had that talk with my dad. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna continue to play football anymore because nothing was coming in. I was like, I'm just gonna focus on my life with videography and stuff like that. So we had that conversation. I waited it out another week and a half, and Coach Geely calls my phone. He's currently at Fresno State with my defensive coordinator. They just got new jobs, but he called me, offered me a walk-on as a D tackle though. So that was the really shaky part. I wasn't sure if I wanted to switch my whole mojo from linebacker to D tackle, but it was the only thing I had. So I decided to take that risk. So NIU, I had a great time at NIU. Solid 3 years. My first year, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just running around trying to chase the ball like I was still a linebacker out of a D lineman stance. But once Coach Geely helped me through all that stuff, I became pretty solid in the position. And my second year was decent, but it didn't compare to the last year I had there, which is this previous year, where I was one of the best in the nation. And still got a long ways to go to develop as a D line. It's only my third, fourth year playing this position. So some of this stuff is fairly new. Some of this stuff isn't. But, yeah, NIU was really a special place for me, and I will always appreciate and love everybody there because they made me into the guy I am. And the guy that's about to showcase the talents at Texas Tech was coming from them. So, yeah.
Sí, íbamos justo ahí esa parte, ¿no? De 2022, 23, 24, que llegas a Northeast Illinois y te conviertes en un jugador muy importante y tienes tu breakout en 2024 consiguiendo grandísimas estadísticas y diversas nominaciones a los mejores equipos de la MAC, ¿no? ¿Cómo ha sido esta evolución, aunque nos has contado ya un poco más, sino y cómo en convertirte en ese jugador dominante que fuiste en 2024 en la MAC?
So, as you mentioned, you arrived at Northern Illinois in 2022, and after a year of adapting, you became a key player in 2023, eventually having your breakout season in 2024.
Yeah.
You putting up impressive stats and earning multiple All-MAC honors. How would you describe that evolution from the guy who first arrived in 2022 to to the dominant player you became?
How would I describe the evolution? For me, it was just staying consistent. When I first got there, I hated playing D-line. I didn't like being that close to the O-lineman. You know, I was a linebacker, not really avoiding contact, but you didn't have to face it right away. So when I was trying to learn a position, I had to realize that I can't look straight for the ball, that there's somebody in front of me I have to get past before I get there. So that was a big part of it. And then just learning the fundamentals of the game for D-line. It wasn't much different, but at the same time it was, because I'm going another level down. So learning those different levels. So throughout that first year, I was just trying to get the fundamentals, learn that I need to focus on the O-lineman before I get in the backfield. I didn't know what pass rushing was or how to do it. So that was big for me in that offseason. I trained with one of my friends back home. His name is Marcus Bradley. He helped me out a lot with pass rushing. So then that second year comes, I feel pretty solid. Like, I learned the playbook. I learned the D lineman game. I'm learning from my mentors that are on the team with James Esther. He plays for the Packers now. Devontae O'Malley plays for the Titans. Those guys helped me out a lot. Without those guys, I probably wouldn't be as good as I was. I definitely wouldn't. But they helped me out a lot. And I used to watch their film over and over and over just to see like what parts of their game I could take out of theirs and add to mine. Because I play with like a quick twitch, good get off. I get off the ball quick. So I was adding parts of their game to mine. So that second year I was decent, but I was going through some off the field stuff. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. And I didn't have as a productive a season as I should have. Because I didn't take care of those things how I should have. And that year went by. It was a decent year, but I told my coaches I knew I had more. They told me they knew I had more. So the next year, preparing for 2024, I don't think I took a day off. I'd work out right after the season. We had team workouts, and I was in Northern Illinois, and I live in Wisconsin. So I was driving back after those workouts on Friday to go train with my own trainer on that same day, no matter what workout we had, and then train Saturday and Sunday as well. And then I was doing that for the whole year with my trainer, Johnny Bridgewater. And it's still something I do now. We've been training all summer, every weekend. I leave. He's in Colorado now. I fly to Colorado just to get the work in because I just like to stay consistent. But that whole year I was driving back to Wisconsin every weekend, 2-hour drive. Not only that, but when I was a walk-on at NIU, I was going back every weekend to work too. So I was working and training at home at the same time. So preparing for that 2024 season, I quit the job so I could just focus on training because they put me on scholarship the past 2 semesters ago in 2023. So I quit my job and I was like, okay, I'm just going to go home, use the scholarship money to pay for gas and just train and train and train and train and train. And that's what I did throughout the whole summer until fall camp. And even fall camp, like, we'd have off days. I'd be on the field working some type of pass rush drill, some type of pass rush steps. Coaches come out there like, what are you doing? It's just, I just knew I had greatness inside of me. So there wasn't, I barely took any days off preparing for that 2024 season. But that was kind of the evolution, just staying consistent and knowing that there's always more that I could add to my game, just never satisfied. And what I'm doing now, I just know I can do more.
Antes de llegar al presente, nos gustaría preguntarte por tu apodo, Sky Loco. Sin duda un apodo que nos encanta. ¿Cuándo y dónde surge este apodo?
Before we get to the present, we'd love to ask you about your nickname, Sky Loco. It's definitely a nickname we love. When and where did it come from?
Okay, so this is actually a funny story. I was in high school when I got that name. It was some sort of like game where just you put your name in, it'll give you a nickname. And this was like freshman year of high school, and it came back Sky Loco. So like people have been calling me that since that long. I don't know, that was probably 8 years ago. But as like time went on, I'm like, okay, I can make something out of this because like I truly believe, like, because Loco obviously means crazy. That like I'm a little crazy in a good way though. So right now, like, Loco is just like I'm turning it into like a thing where it's more like a movement. Like, I'm Sky Loco. But Loco is like more of a movement to where I'm turning that into a brand. So Loco is going to be like a mental toughness brand. Like if people say you're crazy, then good, because that means you're not normal. And that means you're going to do more in this life than what you're supposed to do, more than what others are supposed to do. So I'm using kind of like Loco to just get people to accept being crazy is okay, especially when you're trying to achieve something that nobody else thinks you can. So yeah, but Sky Loco started freshman year and just rolled with it.
Nice.
Ujú.
Nice.
Llegando ya al presente, entras al Transfer Portal y te transfieres a Texas Tech, a los Red Riders, para tu último baile, tu último año de elegibilidad. ¿Por qué Texas Tech? Imagino que habrás tenido otras ofertas. ¿Cuál fue el factor X para elegir los Red Riders?
Now, Skyler, in the present, you entered the transfer portal and you committed to Texas Tech, the Red Riders, for your final chapter, your last year of eligibility. Why Texas Tech? We imagine that you have another offers. What was the X factor that made you choose the Red Riders?
Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of offers out of the portal, and it was kind of cool to see because I didn't have that much buzz out of high school, but in the portal, I had like 30 plus offers. So when I really narrowed it down, Texas Tech, they're the most genuine, the most honest, the most straightforward, just kept it real. A lot of teams were kind of being iffy about my height or just saying I'm only a pass rush guy, like 20, 15 snaps a game. And that just didn't sit right with me. So Texas Tech, they brought me in, told me what it was. The first thing Coach McGuire said to me was, "I got that 0 for you," because that's what I wore at NIU, jersey number 0. So then, like, I was like, okay, this guy, he knows how to do it because I love that number. And but they were just the most genuine, and what they're trying to build here is something I'd like to be a part of and help build while I'm here. I only got 1 year, but they're building the brand, is what they call it, and it's basically just the toughest, hardworking, most competitive group out there. And I know that fits in my character well because that's what I've been doing since high school, since losing all interest and offers and things like that, just being the toughest, most competitive, hardworking to elevate and elevate and elevate. So everything here just felt like home, away from home, even though it's 1,300 miles away from Wisconsin. But I don't get homesick at all. I love the guys around me. The atmosphere is great here. My new teammates are amazing. So everything just felt genuine, real, and true. And everything that they said in January, it's June now, and everything has been true. I haven't been hit with no curveballs, no nothing. These guys are super genuine. So I could tell right off the bat. So I committed.
And looking for the future, you are adapting to other weather, other climates, no? Because from the cold of Wisconsin or northern Illinois to the heat of Texas, how are you dealing with the heat?
And I got probably like 8 shades darker. It's extremely hot all the time. I keep my AC at 60 degrees. But it's just, I'm getting used to it now. But when I first got here, I was like, man, I don't think I could ever get used to it. And our turf gets really hot, so that was killing me during the spring game. But I don't know. It's I'm not used to it yet, but it's gonna take a while.
Do you usually train indoors or outdoors, or
a mixture of both? While I'm here, I like to train outdoors just to get used to the heat, but I be sweating a lot.
Yeah.
So, but it depends where I'm at, really. If I'm in Milwaukee, I'm training in and outdoors. Colorado, in and outdoors. Colorado, the altitude would be killing me sometimes, but it's good work.
Ujú. Si alguien empieza a acercarse ahora al college football, ¿cómo es Skyler Gil-Howard como jugador? ¿Cuáles son tus principales características? ¿Y qué es lo que más te gusta hacer en el campo?
So, Skyler, how will you describe yourself as a player, and what are your main strengths, and what do you enjoy most on the field?
Before athlete, I would say I'm a leader of men. I like to motivate guys, inspire guys to be the best version of themselves that they can be, and I'm a team player. Whatever the team needs me to do, that's what I'll do. And if they need me to go out there and get 5 sacks a game, I'm gonna do that to the best of my ability. If they need me to stop the run, I'm gonna do that to the best of my ability. Just a team player. But as a football player, I would say I'm a quick twitch guy. I keep the O-lineman guessing. You can never know what I'm gonna do at any given moment. I have great ball get off I get off the ball extremely fast, which also keeps the O-lineman guessing, keeps them playing faster than what they're used to. Strong, explosive. I'm able to stop and go as quick as anybody in the country. Doesn't matter the position. And yeah, just a high character guy, high level athlete. Just I'm really still a linebacker in a D lineman's body, and that's how I move. So yeah.
Ujú.
Mhm.
Pensando en 2025, ¿cuáles son los objetivos que te marcas para esta temporada? Luego en la siguiente pregunta te preguntaré por los del equipo. Y pensando a medio plazo, de fondo, el draft 2026, ¿qué significaría para ti jugar en la NFL? ¿Es un sueño, un objetivo o ambas?
So, Skyler, later we will go about the team's goals, but for you, as a person in a personal level, what goals have you set for yourself this season? And thinking a bit further ahead toward the 2026 draft, what will playing in the NFL mean to you? It's a dream, a goal, a both, or both?
Okay. Goals for myself, just become a better D lineman than I was last year. I want to be better than I was last year. And that's always a goal for me every single day, is just become a better version of who I was yesterday, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, last season. Just become a better version of myself. And whatever that means, whether that's first team, second team, third team, whatever I work hard enough for. I don't really have accolades like that. I just want to be the best version of myself, better than last year. And I want to solidify myself as one of the top D linemen in the nation, though, because I feel like being in the MAC, they don't give guys the respect they deserve. So that's a big reason why I ended up leaving. But I want to establish myself as one of the best D linemen in the nation and increase my draft stock. I know I was projected 4th round, whatever, but that doesn't really mean anything because I can either go down or go up, but that all depends on how I work. And I know that's not going down. So I want to establish myself as one of the top D linemen in the country, and I know I will. And I just want to a dream. NFL is definitely a dream of mine. Me and my little brother, who is not here with me anymore, we always talked about it. And when he passed, I promised him. So I'm gonna make sure I fulfill that promise before anything.
Yeah,
Ujú.
thank you.
Muy interesante.
Sorry
Tenemos
to
aquí
hear that.
el,
Appreciate it.
Tenemos aquí el calendario de 2025. ¿Cuáles son los objetivos del equipo? ¿Cuáles crees que son las claves para tener un año exitoso? Y si hay algún partido que tengas marcado en rojo.
Mhm. So, Skyler, we have the 2022 schedule here. What are the team's goals for the season? What do you think are the keys to have a successful year?
Our team goal, we're gonna win the Big 12, and we're gonna have a deep run in the playoffs. Looking at the schedule, we play a lot of good teams, a lot of tough teams that are gonna give us a challenge, but we believe in ourselves before we believe in anything else. And
Mhm.
we're going to win the Big 12. We're gonna have a deep run in the playoffs and potentially win the national championship. So yeah, I wouldn't say goals, just determination to what we're gonna do. So yeah.
Is there any game of those that you have marked in red?
I don't know. I'm not familiar because I don't really watch NCAA football like that. More NFL, or I watch a lot of basketball, but I'm looking forward to play Arizona State, Houston. One of my teammates that's here, he plays there now, and then
Mhm.
Utah as well. Those will be some good ones. But other than that, I'm excited to play whoever lines up in front of me.
Yeah.
Ujú. Vale, nos gustaría también conocerte un poco más fuera del campo y para ello tenemos un pequeño off-topic test. ¿Estás preparado?
So, Skyler, we also like to get to know you a bit better of the field. And for that, we have a little off-topic test. Are you ready?
Yep.
Tenemos que empezar preguntándote por Loco World. Lo he visto por ahí por Instagram. Cuéntanos un poco qué es y de dónde y cuándo surge.
So we have to start, obviously, by asking you about the Loco World, which we saw on Instagram. Tell us a bit about what it is and when it started.
Okay, I like this one. So Loco World is going to be what I kind of mentioned before, the brand. But I
Yeah.
don't like to call it a brand. I like to call it the movement, because You could put a logo on clothing and call it a clothing brand. That's not really what I'm trying to do here. For me, Loco is like it's a mental toughness brand, and uh, I like to consider it a mindset and a movement and a lifestyle. It's about being bold enough to just believe in yourself when nobody else does, and it's for the ones who make crazy goals but actually chase them, and that's where Loco comes in because we don't want to be normal and just say crazy. Why not use Loco? But a big phrase I like to call the brand is the movement is discipline with delusion. You got to be crazy to think you can do crazy things, and then when you do the crazy things, they're gonna look at you crazy, but you knew you were crazy all along. So it's not only for athletes, though. It's for the athletes who train with obsession. It's for creatives who see the vision in chaos. It's for the dreamers who won't let go, and just for anybody who deep down knows that there's more to life than just living it. So that's basically what Loco is. Where me and my two closest friends are creating it right now. Just us three. We're not using any outside sources. We're doing all the video production, the campaigns, the websites. We're doing all that. And I just wanted to keep that close to home because those are the guys that helped me with this name and helped me bring something out of it. I never was going to do that until my friend Patrick was like, we can turn Loco into something way bigger than it is. And after that, we just ran with it. So we're in the process of building that right now. It should be live in 2 months, but we're on schedule right now, but you never know what happens. But that's basically what
We will keep an eye on that.
definitely appreciate
Yeah, for sure.
Sí. ¿Cuáles son tus principales aficiones fuera del campo? ¿Cómo es un plan divertido para ti en tu tiempo libre?
Which are your main interests or hobbies outside of football? What does a fun day look like for you in your free time?
So some hobbies for me, I just got into golfing, but I'm not that good. I'd be going to the range, just trying to practice my swing, getting into that. But if I'm not doing that, I'm up here in this little area, editing videos. Me and my friends are big in videography. I used to do it a lot. I took a gap semester after I left Upper Iowa. So I was filming a lot. I was doing basketball. I was doing football. I was doing a bunch of different sports. You can look at that at Loco Films on Instagram. But I was doing all that, and then recently I'm getting like cinematic shots of the carnivals. I'm in the process of making a vlog right now, which I'll get to after this. I was just in Colorado. I vlogged the whole thing. But videography is a big passion of mine. So I love doing that in the free time. Like a free day for me, if I'm not doing anything, I'll probably go get some recovery in a facility. And then I'll come back. I'll sit here and edit for hours just because that's what I like to do. So, yeah.
Ujú. ¿Cuál es tu artista o grupo de música favorito?
Who's your favorite music artist or band?
I don't know if y'all can see that. The boy Drake.
Yeah, Drake.
I love Drake. I was just listening to Drake before I got on this call. One of my favorite artists. He is my favorite artist of all time. But if I'm not listening to Drake, I'm listening to YoungBoy. I'm listening to Gunna, Lil Tecca. But Drake is definitely number one. His music is very motivational, depending on what music you're listening to by him. But I listen to the more motivational stuff, the stuff that I can relate to. And yeah, I listen to him. My teammates be getting mad at me because I'm walking through the facility playing it on my phone or on the big speaker that I have, just blasting it. And I don't know, they're not the biggest Drake fans, so I get how that could be annoying, but I don't really care because I love Drake. So, yeah.
Ujú.
And do you have any artist or music style that you can stand that you really hate?
I mean, I don't like heavy metal and stuff like that, but yeah. Another artist though would be myself. You like
I'm
heavy?
wearing a Metallica t-shirt.
I can't. They be playing that stuff in the weight room, and that'd be throwing off my whole mojo. But yeah, I also make music too, just for fun, and I'll just say my own stuff and listen to my own music. But Drake is definitely up there.
Ujú. ¿Película o serie favorita?
Your favorite movie or TV series?
My favorite movie is Spider-Man 2002 with Tobey Maguire. I think that was one of the first movies I've ever watched because I was born in 2002. So Spider-Man is my favorite superhero as well. I got a bunch of Spider-Man stuff, Spider-Man mask downstairs that I'll be wearing at this old age. But favorite show would be Suits. I I'm rewatching that show. I've rewatched it like 3 times, and I'm currently rewatching it again. That I don't know why I love that show so much. It's just a great show. But those will be my movie and shows.
Ujú, genial. ¿Alguna comida favorita?
Your favorite food?
This is a hard one because I don't really have one, but I like to eat seafood. Love like pasta and stuff like that. And there's something I'm forgetting that I cannot remember. But those would be the main 2.
Mhm.
Si no jugaras a fútbol, ¿a qué otro deporte te gustaría practicar?
If you didn't play football, which other sport would you like to play?
That's a good one. If I didn't play football, I would have probably tried to take track a little more serious. I ran track in high school. I was a high jumper and a sprinter. I probably would have took that more serious, but long term though, I probably would have played basketball. Once I knew I was probably pretty legit in football, I just took the liberty of wrestling and running track and kind of didn't do basketball, but I'll probably hoop for sure. But track or basketball for sure.
And you said earlier, you said that you also you hate wrestling, but the coaches told you that it will pay off in the future. That do you agree with that, or have you noticed that the wrestling has improved your game? Or
No, wrestling has definitely improved my game. Maybe more agile. Like when you wrestle, you know how to move around people. So when I'm in there, I know how to move around a bigger old lineman because I used to wrestle in up a weight class. So I was wrestling guys that were 6'5", 280, 275. So I feel like it's helped me move around opponents more. Now you can feel it for sure. Like if you can ask anybody that wrestles, they would know. So yeah.
yeah.
Ujú. ¿Deportista de otro deporte que admires?
An athlete from another sport that you really admire?
LeBron. I actually have a LeBron
Mm,
poster right here. LeBron is one of my favorite athletes of all time because the way he carries himself on and off the court. He's big and giving back to his community, but he's also dedicated to the game. He sacrifices everything for the game, and I truly admire that because most athletes won't do what he does in the game. So the way he's able to sacrifice everything just to hoop this long, especially in his late career, like he's still doing the same things. I really admire that because that just inspires me to stay consistent and stay focused on the grind and know that like sacrifices are needed to win in this game. But LeBron is definitely number 1.
ujú. ¿Sigues la NFL? ¿Eres de algún equipo desde pequeño?
I watched a lot of when I used to play running back, my favorite player was Marshawn Lynch. I wore 24 in high school because of him. Just because like he didn't really care about what anybody had to say. And that's how I was. Like, I didn't care what nobody had to say. And he was relentless when he was running the ball. And that's what I tried to be like. But besides him, like D lineman, I didn't really watch a lot of D linemen, but obviously we all knew who Aaron Donald was. And I feel like my play style is similar. Obviously he's different and it's not the same. But I try to take stuff out of his game all the time to incorporate in mine because he's that quick twitch, fast guy that can get around the O lineman quick. So I watched a lot of him, and I still do.
And do you follow the NFL? Did you grow up supporting a particular team? You are in a safe environment because we both are two diehard cheeseheads.
So I personally never I like the Packers, but they're never my favorite team because I never watched the NFL like that.
Yeah.
Dad always used to try to get me to watch it, but I was more into watching LeBron or the NBA. Like I watched a lot of basketball more than football, unless I was watching film or something. But my favorite team now would be the Chiefs because I watched Mahomes a lot when he was actually here, which is funny.
Yeah.
My best friend Jackson Compton, he's from Texas, so they moved to Wisconsin. They watch all the Texas teams, and I'm at his house. I was always with him like every day. We're watching Texas Tech versus Oklahoma when Patrick Mahomes threw for like 700, and so did Baker Mayfield. And then ever since then, I've been following Mahomes. So like he's one of my favorite players right now, and hopefully I'm gonna get the chance to meet him soon too. So that's crazy because he's around here a lot. So yeah.
From here in the distance, that the information that we get is like in Texas, the football is kind of a religion. Do you feel that? Have you noticed the difference between the states in Texas, or they get more importance to football than in other states? Or
Yeah, actually, it is taken way more seriously out here. There is a difference for sure.
Ujú.
But that's good.
¿Tienes alguna superstición como jugador o algo que te dé suerte? ¿Bartu? Parece que se quedó ahí. Bartu. Pues parece que se quedó ahí como pillado. Espera, no sé.
Oh, you froze.
Oh,
He's back.
froze. Sí. Vale. Mientras vuelve Bartu. Do you have any pre-game superstitions or lucky routines as a player?
Routines? Is that what you said?
Sí, do you have any pre-game superstitions or lucky routines as a player?
Pre-game. So for pre-game, I listen to the same song the whole day. It's called Red Button by Drake. I did that the whole season last season. But I usually get some mobility in the morning. I don't like to eat a lot before games, but obviously I got to fuel the system a little bit. So that's what I do. I get out pregame, get my little pass rush routine going, stay out there a little longer than everybody else does. Comes back in, and then I got the headphones on, ready to go, listen to the same song over and over until the ball's kicked. So I don't really have any things special that I do on pregame. It's just super locked in and focused.
Ujú. ¿Tienes algo que la mayoría de la gente no esperaría de ti, como un talento oculto, un hobby, un dato curioso? What's something most people wouldn't expect about you, like a hidden talent or hobby or fun fact?
Let's see. I don't know. Maybe probably videography, or just that I make my own music too. It's not the best, but it's not horrible. So either that I do videography or that I make music for sure. Most people would know.
Ujú. Y bueno, ¿cuál es tu recuerdo hasta ahora, tu mejor recuerdo en el fútbol? ¿Cuál es el más divertido que se pueda contar? Claro, alguna anécdota. What's your best memory so far in football? And what's the funniest one? Something you can share, of course, maybe a funny story or moment or that still makes you loud.
I would say the day we beat Notre Dame. That game was crazy. It felt like I was in like a movie or something. But that whole game was just super intense and just super locked in the whole game. But like to beat somebody like that and they go play a national championship, it was just a cool feeling. And then the bus ride back was insane. Guys were doing some crazy stuff on the bus. I might have been one of those guys, but it was a fun bus ride home because it was only like 3 hours, so we weren't going to fly there. But that whole day was just fun and funny.
Y bueno, un poco sobre lo último que pasó ahora sobre en el Ariel, desde la Corte de California, ¿no? El Tribunal de California, por el cual ahora se cambiaron un poco las reglas, ¿no? Sobre el Nile, sobre el Ariel. Entonces, nada, un poco sobre tu opinión. The last development is the California Court ruling, which, among other things, allows universities to pay athletes directly without third-party companies involved, ¿no? What are your thoughts of NIL overall?
I think it's a great way to give back to the athletes because they do so much for these universities and they have been for years and years and years past. So I'm honored and grateful that it's starting with this wave. It should have started way sooner, but I think it's big for these athletes because now they can support themselves, their families, and just get what they deserve because we do so much for these universities, and to be able to get something back, I think it's a good feeling. So yeah.
Y nada, ya para acabar un poco la última, recuperamos ahora a Bartu. Pídele perdón por mi inglés porque yo seguí para adelante un poco con mi mal inglés. Y nada, para acabar la última, como sabes, somos de España y este año por primera vez se juega un partido de la NFL aquí en Madrid. Ojalá nos encantaría verte en directo con tu equipo NFL aquí o al menos en Europa, si te toca venir a algún partido de college. ¿Conoces algo de España? ¿Has venido alguna vez o te gustaría venir de viaje o a jugar?
So, Skyler, sorry, first of all, sorry because I have some issues with my connection, and you have to do. Sorry, Adri, for his English. He told me to tell you that. this year is going to be the first NFL game in Spain, in Madrid. Do you know anything about Spain? Would you like to come to here to travel or to play in the future?
Yeah, I don't know much about Spain, but I know it's amazing. My best friend Pat, he's like family to me. He's been there like twice, and I was supposed to go with him, but football always gets in the way, and I'm not gonna travel instead of train. But eventually, I would love to get out there. I heard it's beautiful, and that's amazing. The NFL games being played there, I actually seen that. But I heard good things about Spain, and I would love to get out there and travel.
Ujú.
Okay.
Pues nada, muchísimas gracias, Skyler, por estar aquí con nosotros. Te vamos a seguir mucho este año, te deseamos muchísima suerte para la temporada. Muchas gracias por lo simpático que fuiste también por Instagram. Recomendamos a todo el mundo que siga tus proyectos, pues Loco World y un poco todo esto que nos contaste, que está un poco en producción. Y nada, seguimos en contacto y muchísima suerte.
So, Skyler, thank you for your time, for your disposal, and we will follow you through Instagram with all your projects like Loco World, and we will upload that to our social media too. And we wish you nothing but the best in the upcoming season, and hopefully the Packers draft you. Then we will be your favorite team. And wish you nothing but the best for you and the team, and we will root for you from here.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It was amazing being on here.
Thank you. Thank
you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Pues vaya entrevistón, que yo ya aquí, vamos, inglés de Oxford and Cambridge.
Nada, Barrancas ya la hemos sacado, otra más que hemos sacado, y una charla muy interesante con un jugador que se ha tenido que mover mucho y que le ha costado llegar donde está, pero tiene claras sus metas y está en una universidad en la que van a poder pelear por unas metas guays esta temporada, tío. Pinta bien para esto.
Hombre, y es un chico que él mismo se ve que, bueno, que quiere ser un defensive tackle importante en el próximo draft. O sea, él mismo se ve como que tiene sus posibilidades. Él reconoce que sabe que tiene como ese background de jugar de linebacker, esa velocidad, esa forma de moverse, esa forma de salir súper rápido, ¿no? Este tío, cuando es el snap, ves que ataca rapidísimo al jugador contrario y tal. Entonces, yo tengo muchas ganas de verlo en Texas Tech, porque la verdad es que en North Illinois lo hizo muy bien el año pasado y creo que, si no entendí mal, tuvo como 30 ofertas, ¿no? Dijo, por ahí, más o menos. O sea que...
creo que algo así sí lo he entendido. No de las universidades potentes, pero que ofertas no le faltaban.
Sí, ha tenido muchas ofertas y bueno, y nada, y todo lo de Loco World es algo que me moló mucho, tío. Así como...
Sí, se le ve muy enfocado en el tema ese, en el que lo está llevando adelante con un par de colegas, y se le ve muy convencido de su rollo.
Sí, o sea, es como que él se ve ya, aunque es su último año de universidad, se está viendo incluso como empresario, ¿no? Se puede decir, pero al final no deja de ser una marca, ¿no? Lo que está sacando con vídeos, con un poco quiere sacarlo con
que
todo
más que una marca quiere que sea un movimiento, es lo que
sí, un movimiento, o sea, el movimiento Loco World, el movimiento de Sky Loco. No, a mí me cae muy bien este chico, tanto por Instagram como en la entrevista, y bueno, y en fin, yo aún no me he visto, porque esto lo estamos grabando después justo de hacer la entrevista. Mañana me veré tranquilamente cuando empiece los subtítulos a ver cómo coño he hablado inglés, pero bueno, eso va a ser muy...
Tú a mí no me jodes, tú has empezado a tomar clases o algo, a verte unos vídeos de Matthew o alguno de estos, y me has saboteado la conexión para tirarte el rollo.
Para hablar yo un poco de inglés, ¿no? Dije, venga, esta es la mía y tal. Pero bueno. Pues nada, tío, muchísimas gracias a la gente por la acogida de las entrevistas, por el feed, por el cariño. Al final llevamos ya pues unas pocas ya, esta off-season, y bueno, y estamos trabajando en sacar cosillas, en diferentes jugadores, diferentes edades, ¿no? Porque hemos tenido jugadores muy jóvenes, jugadores que son ya seniors y veteranos, y seguimos trabajando, tío, este verano de entrevistas, aparte de otras cosas que hagamos, pues, y nada, tío, yo sobre todo te agradezco mucho que estés aquí echándome el cable, porque bueno, yo ya me sé tu horario de trabajo casi mejor que tú para las entrevistas.
Sí,
Así
sí, o
que
sea,
nada.
mi tabla de turnos se la paso a mi familia y a Adri.
Para cuadrar con los jugadores y tal. Y bueno,
No,
en
yo
fin.
encantado, Adri, ya sabes que sí. Además, esta época de sequía que no hay nada, yo creo que estas entrevistas, joder, que como las que habéis estado haciendo por otro lado, la verdad que te dan vidilla, tíos. Es que esta época que no hay nada, prácticamente, pues esto la verdad que se agradece.
Sí, igual que agradezco yo a la gente el cariño, que no llevo mucho tiempo por estos lares y la gente pues es muy cariñosa conmigo y nada. Le doy las gracias a todos, gracias también a los jugadores al final, porque parece que no, pero estos chicos paran su momento para atendernos a nosotros. Hay veces que acaban de entrenar, vienen tal, o nos tienen atendido desde el coche, ¿sabes? Se cae y no sé dónde estaba, parece que estaba en la cabina de un avión. Nos tienen atendido en un montón de sitios, paran un ratito lo que están haciendo para atender a dos locos al otro lado del océano, y yo no puedo estar más agradecido con ellos, cómo te contestan amigablemente, cómo buscan, si no pueden un día buscar una solución, porque no todas las entrevistas salen a la primera, pues por ejemplo con Skyler pues lo tuvimos que retrasar al día siguiente porque tenía algo que surgió con su universidad, porque están en época de entrenamientos. Y nada, muchas gracias a ellos y muchas gracias a ti y a la gente. Así que nada, nos vemos en la siguiente. Como siempre digo, aunque no soy youtuber, danos un like, un seguimiento, un poco de feed y nada, muchísimas gracias y nos vemos pronto. Chao, chao.
O